Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to the United Stand. We're outside Old Trafford with some wet weather. Adam, look, he's used to Manchester weather. It just doesn't make any difference, does it?
No, mate, it's like...
tan in this, mate, yeah?
This is it. This is normal Manchester weather for me. Shorts and T-shirts, mate. It's welcome to Manchester, isn't it?
Yeah, well, look, we're back outside Old Trafford and we're going to talk a bit about the team. I wanted to get Adam's thoughts on it, but also we're going to open up with what it says on the thumbnail, which is up for sale, Manchester United. Lots of excitement last night about... Well, I did the live show last night. There was a lot of excitement about potentially Manchester United being up for sale. Gary Neville's spoken about it. We were talking just ahead about this Daily Mail article, 3.75 billion. Where do you think the Glazers sale is? Do you think it's going to happen? There seems to be a lot of noise. Do you think it's likely, or do you think it's just a lot of noise?
Yeah, going into detail on what Neville said, I think that's where it comes down to. It's like the commitment to the new training ground. We've just heard about Brandon Williams and Phil Jones not having enough space for first team players. Well, not first team, but squad players can't even fit in the training ground, can't fit the women in there. There's a commitment of over, nearly $250 million there. This place, yeah. I mean, they're going to end up spending, or need to spend $1 billion. Can they get that investment in? Yeah. Or has everything just run dry, has time run out? I think that's where Neville's going with his. I think ultimately that's where it will be, but if we see success on the pitch, that may scupper it even more. Really, how I seen it was we had to fall, and we had to fall out of the mainstream, which is Champions League,
and probably Europa League,
being up there. Yeah, if we're not in Europe and we're doing worse and worse on the pitch, then the money dries up completely, the sponsors dry up, and that is where they're actually getting their money, because they're not spending anything, like we know. No. It's investment from outside. So if we were bad, you could see it happening more, but then all of a sudden we start playing well, you start to think, how are they going to try and cling on? But the investment side, the training ground, the stadium, I think where do you find that money? I think that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, and look, you know, we'll bring you up to date with the protests and the Glazer out movement. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but I think it's worthwhile revisiting every few days to let the viewers know, and the worldwide fans know, because I know it's difficult when I'm on holiday. You feel a bit out of the loop. So if you're not from the UK, and you're not from Manchester or whatever, and you're not seeing the daily news, it's difficult. I think where we're at, I sort of have been told that Gary Neville knows a little bit more about a potential takeover. We'll have to wait and see whether that's true or false. But I think also Gary's probably coming from the same angle that we're coming from, and a lot of Man United fans are coming from. Logically, it makes sense for the Glazers to be in the end game, because that is going to cost a lot of money. It's going to cost hundreds of millions of pounds. And as Adam says, you've got the training ground as well. I don't believe the 3.75 billion. I don't believe that for a minute. I mean, I've heard as much as 6 billion. So, and I don't necessarily believe we're going to get a Saudi, Dubai sort of Man City thing. But I do think if United are up for sale, it won't just be Sir Jim Radcliffe who's looking at it. So I don't know what you think. I think there's something in it. I don't want to give people false hope. I think that we're closer to a sale than we've ever been.
Yeah.
But how long that's going to take, I don't know. But I think what is fantastic is the fan base, whether it's the protests or the things that go on online, whether we buy Anthony, whether we buy Casemiro, whether we're winning games, you're still going to get Glazer out chance, you're still going to get everything going on, because I think people want it to be the end game, and hopefully that's where the Glazers are heading. It's just how long's a piece of string.
That's it. It's like, even when we had Nuruddin on the fan vlog the other day, it was like, and he said it right, every time a goal went in, there was Glazer out chance after it. There's still Glazer out chance, even though there was the euphoria of the team coming back together. And like you said then, the fan base united, which has been nice and a really nice change. And it coincided with the team doing well again. So as one, it's great. We're still getting the message out there. But in terms of like the realistic side of the takeover, I do believe it will be the consortium type takeover. 3.75 billion isn't even going to scratch the surface. I remember speaking on TalkSport and Simon Jordan completely blew it out. I agreed with him that it's going to take about 7 billion because we just mentioned the billion that needs investing. So you're going to have to update the squad. 200 million on the squad, or whatever it takes season on season. Another billion, training ground, stadium, because let's be honest, that place there, as good as Old Trafford is, if you put that out now on modern day plans and blueprints, it'll be done by health and safety straight away, because there's just not enough room in between seats. We don't even have a screen in there. I can't remember. I don't think there's any other, apart from maybe Liverpool, that doesn't even have a screen. Modern day stadiums.
I think that, and I keep pointing at it, Old Trafford, the heart and soul of Manchester United, I think that is the thing that will force the sale, because the Glazers, that Super League might have gone away, but TV deals are going to get bigger and bigger. There's so much money that if they could just sit there and do what they do every year, bit of spending on the squad, dividends, I think they keep going, and they might still keep going, but something has to happen there, and they ain't got the money for that. So whether they're going to look at external money or not, we'll have to wait and see. But look, I would say keep your ears peeled. There are things going on. It might just take a bit of time.
Yeah.
But what's going on the pitch is very positive at the moment. Manchester United. I came up here last time, Liverpool. We just beat Liverpool. We've won 3 games since then. And the turnaround in the team has been fantastic. What do you think? A lot of people are talking about what Ten Hag's best team is. I don't think we're at that point yet. But what do you think about the team he's got at the moment and the likes of Ronaldo, Casemiro, the front 3, Sancho, Antony or Rashford? One of them's probably going to be on the bench unless he starts all 3. How do you think about the evolution of the team over the next few weeks and where we're heading now with 4 wins?
I think you got to look at it, and you look at other elite managers in the league. And one example I used was Antonio Conte at Spurs. Got all his business done early in pre-season, and not one of them new players started this season. Yeah. He's gone, these are the guys that got me in 4th. You've got to earn your way in. So yeah, you may be this big marquee signing, but you still got to play exactly the same way as everyone else. You don't just walk into the team, and that's how I see it with Ten Hag. It's like, yes, Antony came straight in, but we all know that he already knew Antony. We know what he's about. He knows what his game is. The argument with Casemiro.
€100 million player, hasn't he, as well?
Well, there is that. I thought he'd start at 60.
He hasn't got a right winger anyway.
True. But I mean, Sancho's fine. To be honest, he's not a bad replacement. But I do know he likes the inverted wingers.
Sancho's gone a bit. Rashford surpassed him. Antony's the exciting new deal.
This is going to be the interesting bit.
But I would admit he's not. Rashford is outperforming him at the moment.
This is it. I mean, Sancho, I thought, has performed well in first halves, certain halves, and he disappeared, especially the away games. First half against Southampton, great. Same against Leicester, and then all of a sudden he disappears in the second half. Then Rashford comes in.
There might be a bit of a physical thing.
Yeah, he said that, but Rashford's got that as well. It's not just Sancho.
Yeah, Rashford played badly against, was it Leicester? Really badly.
And there were moments against Arsenal where he just didn't even go in for balls, and fans pick up on that. If you're not willing to put your body on the line, fans will pick up on that. I know the game has changed. It's not all the blood, guts and thunder that it used to be, but to be honest, I think even bigger, you've got Martial coming back.
Yeah.
And we know he likes Martial, so then you've got Antony, Martial, Sancho, and Ronaldo, all that together. This is where, and I think it was it Paul Merson who said it when he said, look, he's got big names there, and that's probably where his biggest problem's going to be in terms of keeping the big players happy, because how long is Casemiro going to want to sit on the bench? It's all right at the start and everyone's happy right now, but is our problem not in Ten Hag? Is it in the players and Ten Hag managing the players more? Because we can see what he's trying to do, and he's building the style of play up and starting from scratch basically after he realised straight away that we couldn't play Ten Hag ball. But I think balancing the players, that's a tricky one. But I'm with you on the likes of Rashford. I think Rashford starts now, which causes a big debate. Antony, Sancho, Martial, Ronaldo.
I don't know about you, I don't know what everyone else thinks at home, but I personally think that at the moment, if everyone was fit, you'd probably go Antony off the right, Martial up front and Rashford on the left, which benches Sancho and Ronaldo. Which on form I don't necessarily have a problem with, because it's a very similar situation with Casemiro. I think it's easier to bench McTominay now and bring Casemiro in, because Casemiro's better than McTominay, and McTominay wouldn't bump his gums on the bench. He's come through the youth, he loves it at the club.
Knows his role.
I think he'd take the bench quite comfortably. But whether that should happen at the moment, probably not. It's probably not fair to do that as the rain comes crashing down. Sorry, Scott. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he said it, weather being the key word there, but the wrong type of weather. But yeah, no, Scott McTominay, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, he has played well. It's simply because Casemiro's there. Yeah. Because Casemiro's there, like Scott McTominay knows you have to earn your place in this team. He knows how United are, but in recent years that's gone by the by, and players have just got put in that team just through mediocre performances, because they know they're pretty much under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer going to get right back in the team. Now we've seen what Ten Hag's done. He's come in, he's dropped the captain, he's dropped Ronaldo, so if performances for McTominay drop off, he knows he's not getting in that team. Someone else is coming in, and I think that's up Scott's game, and that shows exactly how a coach should be running a team and how a football club should be run, especially on the pitch.
Yeah, okay, I think I don't know whether this looks like it's going to get any better.
This is lovely, this. I don't know what you're on about, mate.
Yeah. Are we all right? Are we all right, Ryan? Is it all working okay? Okay, we'll carry on for a little bit because I did want to talk about the evolution of the team, and we've spoken about the front three there. And I just think long term, the front three is the most interesting area. The midfield will be fundamentally Casemiro at some point with Eriksen and probably Bruno. I think that will be the long-term vision. But I do think, you know, as we know we've got the Europa League game here on Thursday night, this is nearly every week. So if you are a bench player, I was on about this before, if you are a bench player per se, if you are a Maguire or a Lindelof or even a Ronaldo at the moment, you're still going to be playing a game a week, and you can't play Thursday, Sunday anyway. So
you
there's
can't.
lots of opportunities.
And that's what I've said in a lot of my videos. It's like you're going to have to perform on the chances that you get now. And this is what Ten Hag's talking about in his press conferences. This is just it's getting a bit too much even for me now in just a t-shirt. Everyone's going to see what I've got underneath the t-shirt in a minute.
Well, look, thanks everyone for watching. I think we're going to have to stop it there. Welcome to Manchester, and we'll be back with the preview later on today. I'm sure this is going to be a clip. Drowned. Yeah, thank you very much for watching.
Cheers, guys.